obviously, like any team, there are some questions regarding the Minnesota Vikings this year. Basically, they did not blow everything up like we thought they would. They did not bring in a new quarterback. I mean, they didn't trade Kirk Cousins. They're bringing back Dalvin Cook, all them on big contracts. So it's kind of one of those things where, okay, let's run it back. I love it. I absolutely love it. But I believe there are 3 Minnesota Vikings key position battles here that I think are up for grabs, and quite honestly could have huge implications for the team down the line in this plus also the near future, or the near plus also the far future, excuse me. So let's jump right into it. So I think there's on both sides of the football, there's we seem pretty stacked on a lot of different phases here, but I think there's a lot of different things going for the Vikings in terms of how they want to continue to improve as a team. But I think that there are 3 positions that are really going to be fun to watch. Vikings position battle number 1, right guard. Now, this kind of is right guard and center, because how I see this unfolding is Christian Darrisaw is going to be your starting left tackle. Ezra Cleveland's going to be your starting left guard, and then we've got center to worry about. So Garrett Bradbury's back. I don't know. I really don't know. I think it's going to be one of those things where it really is decided in training camp and preseason. Who's going to start at center? Is it going to be Gary Bradbury? Is it going to be Chris Reed? Because if they start Bradbury, it's going to be probably Chris Reed starting at right guard, or Jesse Davis, and then Brian O'Neill. And then you go back to the whole idea of, okay, well, if they start Chris Reed at center, it's probably going to be Jesse Davis at right guard, or at Ingram or Wyatt Davis, whoever really competes. There's just that right guard spot is really heavy right now. Who's going to really separate themselves? And I'm excited for it. So, and then obviously you got Brian O'Neill, but that right guard spot to me really is the only that, and other than center, but that really to me is the only non-decided position right now out of pretty much everything right now. So I'm interested to see how it all unfolds. But Chris Reed, just get this man on the field, please. He's a bad man. I would love to see it. Vikings position battle number 2 that I think is going to be really important to watch. Wide receiver 3. Now, I got to give love and nothing but love and respect to a guy like KJ Osborne. Came in last year, what did he catch? Over 700 yards, 5 touchdowns. Really stepped up as wide receiver 3. I mean, I got nothing but love for KJ Osborne. However, Olabisi Johnson went down with a torn ACL early, I believe it was in either OTAs or training camp, and it was just like, man, I was expecting him to take another big step. He really had a good rookie year. And was one of those guys I was expecting to be an important part of this offense, but obviously the injury derailed that, and then guys like KJ Osborne stepped up. But it's not even just really down to them. You talk about also bringing in Jalen Naylor, in the 6th round this year. You have Emir Smith-Marsette as well, and I think, the former speedster out of the Iowa, the speedster formerly of Iowa, I think is going to be doing some great things for the Vikings down the line. And plus, I do think that in a way, KJ Osborne might be playing for another contract coming up soon. So, you've got, BC Johnson, Emir Smith-Marsette. You also got Albert Wilson that you brought in, Dan Chisena, who's been kind of that special teams guru over the last couple of years. But there's also a lot of talent still behind them, Blake Prohl and Tristan Jackson, Thomas Hennigan. So overall, I do think this position battle could have major implications for this offense, and I'm excited to see how it goes, because if KJ Osborne wins it, obviously Olabisi Johnson is going to be the 4th guy. Then it's probably going to be Jalen Naylor or whoever at that point. So this particular training camp battle and position battle, just even in camps, I think is going to be really interesting, and I'm excited for it. Like I said, I think there is implications with a position battle like this, but this is what it's all about, baby. Vikings position battle number 3. I think it's corner. If we look at all other parts of this, we talked about offensive line already. Running backs kind of spoken for. Wide receiver 3, yeah, we talked about it. You could say edge to a degree, other than leaving out Danielle Hunter and Za'Darius Smith, but I'm talking 5 tech, left defensive end, right defensive end. You got guys like Harrison Phillips, who might play nose with Dalvin Tomlinson, or he could play edge. You also got Janarius Robinson, Armand Watts trying to get on both on that 5 tech. James Lynch, Esezi Otomehu. So there could be a case here for, maybe that's more of an honorable mention at, that 5 tech defensive end spot. So yes, obviously, also edge, obviously you got Za'Darius Smith, Danielle Hunter. Those guys aren't coming up the field. But I mean, don't forget about guys like DJ Wanham, and also Luigi Villain, I believe, is going to do some good things, as well as Zach McLeod, both those last 2 names undrafted. So, they're going to be, I think, good players down the line, and I think they could contribute for the Vikings somewhat soon. Also, you got linebackers, Brian Asamoah competing with guys like Eric Kendricks and Jordan Hicks. Also Blake Lynch. I mean, there's a lot of quality players that are up for grabs here, or there's positions that are up for grabs, and there's a lot of quality players that are playing for them. And I wouldn't have it any other way. But I think it's corner because you've got guys like Cameron Dancer coming back after a couple of okay years. I was expecting a little bit more of a step forward this last year, but the team drafted Andrew Booth Jr. in the second round of this year. Also, I think that guys like Harrison Hand, Chris Boyd have really proven themselves to be reliable at times. Also, Patrick Peterson came back, and then you drafted Caleb Evans in the fourth round as well. So I mean, there's a lot of talent in this DB room, specifically in the corner room, and both of them. When you talk about Harrison Smith, the future Hall of Famer, I said it. Lewis Seen that you got in the first round, Cameron Bynum. Those three safeties should never come off the field, or you should find a way to get all three of them on the field. Excuse me. But overall, you got your corners that I think are basically outside of Patrick Peterson, nobody's starting. Like Cameron Dancer could, all these guys are competing for spots, but really this entire defense is going to be really interesting to see how it all unfolds and how things kind of come together for the Minnesota Vikings. But that's it. Those are the top 3 Minnesota Vikings position battles heading into camps, training camps, all the camps this year. I'm excited for it. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We really appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome, and we love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms, so give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about our top 3 Minnesota Vikings position battles.